Ladies and gentlemen, I want to begin by taking you into a moment of profound disorientation, a moment when the foundations of your reality suddenly shift and everything you thought was certain begins to fracture. Imagine waking up one day with a sense of stability, with trust carefully built over years, and then having a single revelation obliterate that sense of security. My world fell apart when my sister exposed her past, not in a way that could have been predicted or rationalized, but in a way that shook the very core of my understanding of the people I loved most. It started innocuously, as these things often do. Conversations, gestures, ordinary interactions, the kind of rhythm we rely on for a sense of continuity in life. Human beings, by their very nature, are pattern seekers. Our brains are wired to recognize stability and consistency, to form expectations based on history, and to predict outcomes with a remarkable efficiency. But when that pattern is interrupted, when an unexpected truth surfaces, the cognitive dissonance can be immense. You suddenly find yourself straddling two conflicting realities, the one you believed in and the one that has just been revealed. At that moment, a cascade of emotions emerges. Shock, disbelief, betrayal, and grief all vie for dominance in the mind, each vying for attention like competing signals in a network. Neuroscientifically, the amygdala, the emotional epicenter of the brain, fires intensely, triggering stress responses, rapid heart rate, and a heightened state of alertness. The prefrontal cortex struggles to reconcile logic with feeling, attempting to process the information rationally, even as the emotional circuits scream for immediate action. It is an internal war between reason and raw emotion, and it is utterly consuming. As the realization sank in, I began to dissect the components of this new reality. My sister's past, previously unknown to me, was revealed in fragments that seemed both familiar and alien. It forced a re-evaluation not only of her, but of the relationships that had been built on assumptions and partial truths. Trust, once thought unshakable, now required re-examination. This is an experience many of us face at some point, the confrontation with hidden realities that challenge the narratives we construct about the people closest to us. It is an unsettling yet profoundly instructive confrontation. Reflecting on it, I realize that our minds are remarkably adept at constructing narratives that provide comfort and coherence, even when incomplete. Cognitive psychology refers to this as the storytelling brain, the neural mechanism that fills in gaps to create a seamless understanding of the world. When those stories are disrupted, the brain experiences a form of narrative trauma, where the story it has been using to guide behavior no longer aligns with reality. This dissonance can provoke intense anxiety, sadness, and even existential questioning. Who am I, if the people I trust are not what I believe them to be? And yet, within this collapse of certainty, there lies an opportunity for profound insight. Emotional upheaval forces clarity, forcing the mind to confront truths that had previously been glossed over or ignored. It is in these moments that we can examine the intricate dynamics of relationships, the roles, the motives, the unspoken assumptions that govern our connections. When my sister's past was revealed, it prompted a deep evaluation of not only her life choices, but the relational patterns that shape the family, the implicit expectations, and the unseen pressures that influence behavior. In the days that followed, I noticed a peculiar phenomenon. Amid the pain and disorientation, I began to see patterns of resilience and adaptation. Humans are wired to respond to disruption by seeking equilibrium. The same neural circuits that trigger stress responses also enable problem-solving, reflection, and recalibration. I found myself navigating through the storm of emotions with a combination of analytical reasoning and deep empathy. I asked questions not to judge, but to understand. I sought to untangle the web of past events and present realities, recognizing that understanding does not necessarily equate to condoning, but it does allow for measured responses and informed decisions. One of the most powerful lessons emerged from observing the interplay between secrecy, revelation, and trust. When significant information is withheld, relationships operate on incomplete data, creating an illusion of stability. Once the data is revealed, the entire system must recalibrate. Think of it as an algorithm suddenly receiving a new variable, the output changes, the previous optimizations no longer apply, and the system must adjust to maintain functionality. Human relationships operate similarly. Hidden truths demand adaptation, reflection, and sometimes reconstruction. During this period of upheaval, I became acutely aware of the importance of emotional intelligence. Understanding not only the facts but also the emotional impact of those facts is critical. It is one thing to know the details of someone's past, another to comprehend the weight it carries on present perception, trust, and relational dynamics. Emotional awareness allows us to navigate the turbulence with grace, to respond rather than react, and to foster dialogue instead of conflict. It enables a form of resilience that is both practical and profoundly human. The process was neither linear nor easy. Days were marked by oscillations between anger, confusion, sadness, and tentative acceptance. Neuroscientifically, this reflects the brain's natural process of emotional regulation, where repeated exposure, reflection, and cognitive reframing gradually reduce the intensity of the amygdala's threat response, allowing the prefrontal cortex to restore balance and perspective. In simpler terms, the chaos of initial discovery slowly gives way to understanding and understanding to measured action. As I reflected on my sister's past and the implications for our relationship, I realized another key insight: the human capacity for forgiveness and growth. People are not static. They evolve, make mistakes, and carry the imprints of experiences that often remain hidden. Understanding this is essential to navigate relational upheaval. It does not mean excusing harmful behavior, but it allows one to contextualize actions, recognize patterns, and consider possibilities for growth, healing, and reconciliation. Moreover, the experience underscored the fragility and resilience of familial bonds. Families operate as complex adaptive systems where each individual's behavior, history, and choices influence the network as a whole. The revelation of hidden truths can destabilize the system temporarily, but it also creates an opportunity to restructure relationships on a foundation of honesty, empathy, and intentionality. In my case, the disclosure prompted difficult conversations, reevaluation of boundaries, and deeper engagement with the underlying dynamics of trust, love, and responsibility. In navigating this emotional terrain, I became acutely aware of the interplay between perception and reality. We construct mental models of the world and the people in it, based on partial information, often idealizing or simplifying for coherence. When a significant variable like a hidden past is introduced, the model must be updated. This process can be disorienting, even painful, but it is essential for accurate understanding and adaptive decision-making. In other words, truth may destabilize, but it also empowers. Throughout this journey, I discovered that resilience is not merely the ability to endure hardship, but the capacity to extract meaning, clarity, and direction from disruption. Emotional upheaval forces introspection, demands reassessment of priorities, and reveals the structures, both internal and relational, that require reinforcement, repair, or transformation. The exposure of my sister's past, while initially shattering, ultimately became a catalyst for growth, insight, and relational recalibration. The broader lesson, and perhaps the most profound, lies in the recognition of the human capacity for adaptation and empathy. Confronted with revelations that challenge our assumptions, we can choose reactive judgment or reflective understanding. Neuroscience and psychology both highlight the adaptive advantage of the latter. Empathy strengthens social bonds, improves decision-making, and facilitates emotional resilience. By approaching the situation with measured understanding, I was able to preserve essential connections while integrating the new reality into my life framework. As I continued to navigate the emotional landscape that had been abruptly revealed, I began to notice subtle shifts in my perception and response patterns. Initially, the exposure of my sister's past triggered a heightened state of vigilance, a cognitive and emotional hyper-awareness designed to protect against further surprises. But over time, this vigilance evolved into discernment, a thoughtful, intentional approach to understanding not just the facts, but their implications, their origins, and their interconnections. This process mirrors principles found in systems thinking. When a complex system encounters a shock, it must recalibrate, identifying leverage points and redundancies to restore balance and function. It became increasingly clear that the way we respond to disruption defines not just the trajectory of our relationships, but the quality of our own emotional and cognitive lives. Humans are wired for connection, yet connection requires both transparency and adaptability. The revelation of hidden information presents a unique challenge to maintain relational integrity while integrating new realities. It is an exercise in mental flexibility, emotional regulation, and strategic empathy, a triad that, when effectively applied, transforms potential chaos into opportunity for growth and understanding. One of the most profound insights emerged from observing the interplay between memory, perception, and emotional significance. Our recollections of past interactions are not static. They are dynamically reconstructed based on present understanding. When confronted with a previously hidden truth, the brain revisits prior experiences, reinterpreting them through the lens of new knowledge. Neuroscientifically, this engages the hippocampus in conjunction with the prefrontal cortex, facilitating a reconfiguration of personal narrative that aligns memory with current reality. In practical terms, this allows us to integrate revelations without losing coherence in our sense of self or relational identity. The process of integration is neither quick nor linear. Emotional waves arise unpredictably. Moments of clarity are often followed by relapses into doubt, frustration, or sadness. Yet each cycle offers opportunity for reinforcement of resilience. Cognitive behavioral research highlights the importance of repeated reflection, narrative restructuring, and mindful processing in navigating such upheaval. Through these mechanisms, the mind gradually accommodates disruptive truths, transforming initial shock into understanding and understanding into measured action. As I engaged more deeply with my sister, I recognized that dialogue, structured, empathetic, and transparent, served as the primary vehicle for adaptation, asking questions not to incriminate, but to understand, listening without judgment, and sharing perspectives openly allowed both of us to reconstruct our relational framework on a more honest and intentional foundation. In many ways, this reflects principles of adaptive communication in complex networks. Feedback loops are essential, and the quality of information exchange determines system stability and resilience. It also became apparent that personal boundaries are critical in processing relational disruption. Acknowledging what one can tolerate, what requires distance, and what demands active engagement allows for sustainable interaction without emotional depletion. This boundary setting is not a retreat from empathy, but a necessary component of emotional self-regulation and relational health. It ensures that the system, our connection, remains functional, adaptive, and capable of withstanding future challenges. During this period, I reflected extensively on the nature of human imperfection. Each individual carries a constellation of experiences, some hidden, some unacknowledged, which shape behavior in profound ways. Recognizing this complexity fosters empathy and mitigates the instinct for punitive judgment. From a neuroscientific perspective, empathy activates mirror neuron networks, enhances prefrontal regulation of emotional responses, and supports prosocial behavior, mechanisms that collectively promote relational repair and adaptive functioning. In essence, understanding imperfection is both a cognitive and emotional strategy for resilience. Another realization emerged. Life's unpredictability often serves as a catalyst for accelerated personal growth. The shock of hidden truths forced rapid reevaluation of assumptions, values, and relational priorities. Developmental psychology emphasizes that periods of disequilibrium where previous cognitive schemas are challenged are precisely when profound learning and growth occur. By confronting discomfort directly, by integrating disruption into conscious understanding, we expand our capacity for wisdom, patience, and emotional maturity. In the weeks and months following the revelation, I noticed a shift, not just in my understanding of my sister, but in my broader approach to relationships and trust. I became more attentive to subtle signals, more reflective in assessing intentions, and more proactive in fostering transparency. This vigilance was not rooted in suspicion, but in deliberate cultivation of relational awareness, a practice informed by both psychological insight and lived experience. It allowed me to navigate complex dynamics without succumbing to reactionary impulses or emotional volatility. Moreover, I began to recognize the profound interplay between vulnerability and resilience. Sharing truths, even uncomfortable ones, demands courage. Receiving truths requires emotional fortitude. Together, these acts of openness and receptivity form the foundation of relational integrity. Neuroscientifically, such exchanges reinforce oxytocin pathways, enhance social bonding, and reduce stress responses, creating a biological reinforcement of trust and cooperation. In other words, our capacity to engage with difficult truths is both emotionally and biologically adaptive. This experience also illuminated the importance of temporal perspective. Immediate emotional reactions are natural and unavoidable, but they do not dictate long-term relational outcomes. By situating the revelation within a broader temporal framework, recognizing that understanding, adaptation, and trust rebuilding require time, I was able to approach interactions with measured patience. Cognitive reframing, a principle in behavioral neuroscience, enables individuals to reinterpret emotionally charged events in a way that reduces distress and supports strategic decision-making. As clarity gradually replaced chaos, I realized that the process of reconciliation is iterative. It involves repeated cycles of dialogue, reflection, boundary adjustment, and mutual understanding. Each iteration strengthens the relational network, improves communication patterns, and reinforces trust, even when the foundation has been shaken. In this way, relational disruption becomes not an endpoint, but a dynamic opportunity for growth, both individually and collectively. Perhaps the most transformative insight of all was the recognition that personal and relational resilience are deeply intertwined. My capacity to process the revelation effectively was amplified by emotional self-awareness, cognitive clarity, and reflective practice. Simultaneously, the relational system benefited from my deliberate engagement, empathy, and structured communication. This interdependence highlights a fundamental principle. Resilience is not merely personal, but systemic. Strong individuals foster strong relationships, and strong relationships cultivate resilient individuals. Ultimately, the exposure of my sister's past, while initially catastrophic, catalyzed a profound reorganization of understanding, priorities, and emotional capacity. It forced confrontation with hidden realities, demanded cognitive and emotional flexibility, and required intentional, strategic engagement with complex relational dynamics. By navigating this upheaval with empathy, reflection, and disciplined awareness, I transformed a moment of rupture into an opportunity for insight, growth, and relational strengthening. This journey underscores a universal truth: life's most profound challenges often arrive disguised as relational crises. Yet within these crises lies the potential for clarity, adaptation, and deeper connection. By embracing complexity, acknowledging imperfection, and fostering empathetic communication, we can navigate even the most destabilizing revelations with resilience and purpose. The moment my world fell apart when my sister exposed her past became, paradoxically, the moment of deepest understanding, not just of her but of myself, our connection, and the broader principles that govern trust, resilience, and human flourishing. It is a lesson in the necessity of courage, reflection, and empathy. It is a testament to the human capacity for adaptation, integration, and growth. And so I stand here today to share not only a personal story, but a principle that resonates far beyond one family, one revelation, or one crisis. When confronted with hidden truths, our response determines the trajectory of our relationships, the strength of our emotional systems, and the capacity for meaningful connection. By embracing insight, fostering empathy, and acting with intentionality, we transform rupture into opportunity, chaos into clarity, and shock into understanding. Thank you.